Hi there everyone, Jack here again at the Vinyl Voyage. So as you can see, I have been ejected from my natural habitat, the record room, and I've been relegated to the living room by my daughter, who has also used the record room slash game room for a sleepover last night. So I'm in here. But as they say, the show must go on. It's not really a show, it's just a quick video about mini albums and EPs that was started the other week by Brian at Embryonic Robot. I've also watched videos from Gavaxemanspins, which I really enjoyed, and Ben Rankins as well, which was great. And I thought I would throw my tuppence worth into the mix. Now, I don't have a lot of mini albums, I don't have a lot of EPs or 12 inches or singles or anything like that. I'm more a kind of albums guy, but I do have a few, and I surprised myself with some of the ones that I digged out, and I actually really enjoyed listening to them yesterday as well, before the record room was taken over. So without further ado, first up then, we have the mini album from 1989 by London-based shoegaze band Lush. This is called Scar, and it was on 4AD Records. Now, being a shoegaze band, they were kind of one of the forerunners of shoegaze, but this isn't entirely shoegaze, this album. It's quite post-punk, especially that opening track, Baby Talk, which is all heavy guitars and a heavy bass line, quite aggressive vocals. But then by the end of the album, there's a song called Ethereal, which kind of route maps the direction that they would go in, which is more kind of Liz Fraser, Cocteau Twins style vocals with My Bloody Valentine, kind of guitar pedal drenched effects. But yeah, that second song I really like, Thought Forms, is good. That was written by the backing vocalist Emma Anderson. But they were basically fronted by two female singers, Emma Anderson, guitar and backing vocals, and Mickey Berenyi, lead vocal and guitar. She's like a kind of half Japanese, half Hungarian singer. She's now with the shoegaze band Piroshka. Steve Rippon on bass and Chris Ackland on drums. And Lush didn't last for too many years. The band broke up, sadly, when drummer Chris Ackland took his own life, and the band disbanded. But yeah, I really like this. It's kind of, suppose, like proto shoegaze. A nice cover as well. Yeah, there we go. That's the first one, Lush, with their mini album Scar. Next up, one that I really, really like. I love this. Speed, Sound, Lonely, KV by Kurt Vile. So this essentially is his tribute to John Prine. I think it was released in 2020. John Prine died of COVID in 2019, but this had been recorded over a number of years when Kurt Vile was in Nashville. I think over a 4 or 5 year period in the recording studio, The Butcher Shop, using a lot of Nashville's kind of top session men. And the mandolin playing in this especially is fantastic. But why is it a tribute then to John Prine? Well, there's two John Prine songs on here. We have Speed of the Sound of Loneliness, which is absolutely beautiful, beautiful song. And it's a very faithful rendition from Kurt Vile. Then there's the song Gone Girl by Cowboy Jack Clement. There's a cover of that, which is really cool as well. Dandelions is one of Kurt Vile's own songs, very sweet song. But then my favourite song on this is How Lucky, which is another John Prine song that appeared in his 1979 album Pink Cadillac. But the best bit about this is John Prine duets with Kurt Vile on this, and it's really, really, really nice. Kurt Vile went on to say about this duet with John Prine that it was the highlight. Basically, it was like the defining moment in his musical career. He's an absolute disciple of John Prine's, and yeah, it was like the kind of finest moment of his career, having this duet with him. He said afterwards he could barely remember it. He was so high, kind of, on the excitement of playing with Prine. But there's other good players on here as well. Dan Auerbach, is that how you pronounce his name? The guy from Black Keys. He plays on Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. What's that mandolin player called? Matt Sweeney from Superwolf. Pat McLaughlin does mandolin. The mandolin on this is absolutely beautiful, especially on the track Dandelions, which is really, really good. But yeah, that's a cracker. I love that. Okay, next up, I'm taking these out their sleeves. We have New Order with Factus 8, as it's kind of commonly known, or 1981 to 1982. So this is essentially an EP from New Order of some of their early singles. So it's got Everything's Gone Green, Procession, Mesh, Temptation, and Hurt, and it's really, really, really good. It's kind of like a transitional period for New Order, where they'd released their debut album, and they were still in that kind of post-punk phase. Still had Martin Hannett as their producer, and still kind of sounding like Joy Division, but this goes a step towards being more synth heavy, a little bit more dancey. It's still kind of post-punky, but it kind of shows again the direction that New Order are going to move in. I love the version of Temptation on here. It's my favourite version of it, and Everything's Gone Green, absolutely brilliant as well. So yeah, there we go, New Order, Factus 8. Alrighty. Next up then we have The Rain Parade with Explosions in the Glass Palace. Now I've shown this before, but I absolutely love it. It's a mini album that came out after The Rain Parade's Emergency Third Rail Power Trip debut album. So this was put out in 1984 on Zippo Records, and it's kind of similar to Emergency Third Rail Power Trip. It's still very psychedelic, very jangly, but it's also got its differences as well. So Dave Roback had left the band by this point and had formed the band Opal, and left the remainder of the band as a 4-piece. I love Dave Roback's guitar playing, it sounds so amazing, but there's still remnants of him on here. The final track, No Easy Way Down, which is very Doorsy. It's like kind of like this big extended raga type thing. Sounds a bit like The End by The Doors. That was written by Dave Roback. The rest of the songs are written by the rest of the band. But yeah, fantastic songs on here. You Are My Friend is almost like a continuation of the sound of Emergency Third Rail Power Trip, the previous album. But after that, it's a little bit more downbeat. It's a little bit more melancholy, but no less brilliant. Broken Horse is a absolutely fantastic acoustic number. A little bit reminiscent of Sign DC by Love. There's that label, Zippo Records. But yeah, this is as good as the debut. If you don't know Rain Parade, they're I suppose one of the main bands out of the Los Angeles Paisley underground scene. It'd be my favourite of those bands. But yeah, really, really good. Unfortunately, the one after this is not quite as good, Crash and Dream. But yeah, this is excellent. A fantastic mini album. If you like kind of neo psychedelia, jingle, jangle, Birdsane style pop, then definitely look this out because it's really good. Explosions in the Glass Palace from 1984. Next up then we have some more shoegaze on Creation Records, as of course Ride with their Play EP. Really good. My favourite Ride song is on here. It is Like a Daydream, written by Andy Bell. Andy Bell, the guitarist, who obviously ended up going to join Oasis. But yeah, this is a great EP. If you're not familiar with Ride, they're an Oxford-based shoegaze band. And they released these 4 great EPs right before their debut album, Nowhere, which now can be collected on, I think it was released a year or 2 ago. I've not got it yet. It was called the 4 EPs, which brought them all together. This is the only one that I've got, but I really, really like it. Like I said, Like a Daydream is probably my favourite Ride song. It's a little bit more, kind of a bit more of a classic rock vibe to it, rather than their usual shoegaze, but I think that was Andy Bell's influence. But really, really good. Further Sense, Perfect Time, and Silver are also on this. Yeah, excellent stuff. I'm going to move a little bit quicker here. Now in 1979, This is on Illegal Records. It's the Gravest Hits, or Gravest Hits by the Cramps. And yeah, it was a kind of an EP that brought together their early singles. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Really, really good. Again, it just kind of signposts where the Cramps were going to go with their career. All kind of scuzzy covers of late 1950s, early 1960s rockabilly songs. But they just did it in their own unique way. But actually, my favourite song on here is the first track, Human Fly, which is the Cramps' own song. But yeah, it's got a great cover of Surfing Bird, Lonesome Town, Domino, Surfing Bird. Their version's like 5 minutes, but Surfing Bird originally done by the Trashmen. Lonesome Town's really cool as well. I'll show you that. Okay, I need to move extra quick. I'm on the final bits of juice on my phone. The family are coming back from a walk. It's just going to be carnage, so I'm going to move quick. Like I said, this is another shoegaze band out of the UK, from Ipswich this time. This is Bleach, with a kind of German compilation of their early EPs, the Snag and Eclipse EPs. They were a band out of Ipswich, again female fronted. Was it Sally Carsons, I think, was the name of the singer. But yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Again, not all shoegaze. It sounds a bit post-punky as well. I think this is on Art Loss Records, which was a German record company, or German record label. It was only released in Germany. But yeah, pretty good. You can pick this up quite cheap, and like I said, it's ideal for bringing together those early EPs, this little mini album. So got that. Next one I have is Submarine. So Gavaxemanspins showed this. This is Submarine by Alex Turner. It was his solo record that he did for Richard Ayoade's film of the same name. It's like a little acoustic soundtrack. And the reason why I'm showing it, Gav showed it because Gav's just got fantastic taste. I'm showing it because I absolutely adore this. This would be my favourite little mini album. It's just absolutely brilliant. I'm not really a fan of the Arctic Monkeys, but I absolutely love this. It's very, very acoustic. Well, it's a little acoustic album. It's very, very intimate, very kind of romantic. The movie itself is a coming of age drama. It's a great movie, but the songs just fit perfectly with the movie. About half of the songs were written specifically for the movie, Glass in the Park, which is just such a fantastic song. Some of the other ones, like I think Stuck on the Puzzle, Hiding Tonight. I'm not sure about Hiding Tonight. I don't think that they were actually written for the movie Submarine. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's hard to get around the winds, like in a Dylan-esque little finger-pick number. Pile Driver Waltz and Stuck on the Puzzle are a little bit more of a fuller sound. Pile Driver Waltz actually appeared on the Arctic Monkeys' Suck It and See album. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I was obsessed with this for a while, where I just listened to it all the time. It's really, really good. Alex Turner, it's pretty much Alex Turner and his guitar, though he is backed by one of my other favourites, Bill Ryder Jones, the guitarist from the Coral, who I think just everything he's involved with just turns out brilliant. But yeah, this is really special. I love this, really good. Okay, next up, some more shoegaze. When's this from? This is on Creation Records. It's Swerve Driver and Never Lose That Feeling. I think this is a little bit later. Is this from '92? I think Swerve Driver. If you don't know them, I think they're another Oxford shoegaze band. They've got a big grand sound. That first track, Never Lose That Feeling, I think that's about 11 minutes long. But yeah, very heavy guitars, heavy on the bass, a little bit more alt rock with the vocals. It's not so dreamy, the vocal, as you would get on some of the more female fronted shoegaze bands. But yeah, I quite like this. It's pretty good. Here we go. Swerve Driver, Never Lose the Feeling. And is this the last one? Oh, I think it might be. I might have got to the end without the phone switching off. So I was going to show, or I would have shown the mini album 25 O'Clock by the Dukes of Stratosphere, the kind of spin-off band from XTC, but Brian at Embryonic Robot showed that, and I didn't want to show too many things that other people had shown. But yeah, that's such a fantastic mini album. But because Brian's a big fan of XTC, I thought I would show this instead, which is really, really cool. It was the Ball and Chain EP, and a lot of these tracks were written around the time of the album English Settlement. It's got Ball and Chain, Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass, and Punch and Judy. They both appeared on XTC's Beeswax collection of B-sides. They're both really good. I really, really like Punch and Judy. That's fantastic. It's kind of like an imagining of Punch and Judy if they got married and grew up, and it's an Andy Partridge song, so he sings about Punch being fond of the drink and Judy cutting her hair short and putting on weight and all that kind of thing. Then you've got Cockpit Dance Mixture. But yeah, really good. Like I said, the title track, Ball and Chain, is excellent as well. Colin Molden track. Everything by XTC is good, so on that Virgin label. So there we go. I think that was 10, unless one of them has fallen down the side of the sofa. So there we go. That was my mini albums and EPs. It was very ramshackle. It was quick this morning, but I might even try and do another video later if I manage to get back into the record room and get to spin a few records. But I hope you enjoyed that, and then until the next time, see you later. Bye for now.